Hey there, and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing something pretty amazing. I will be uh creating my own, maybe working on my own ORM. So I've been using Go Prisma for a while. So it's basically just the Golang implementation of the Prisma ORM, right? It's really nice, very functional. Everything works the same way it should work, right? You declare the models just how you do in Prisma, and this is how you query stuff, all that kind of stuff. Just like in Prisma, if you're a TypeScript guy, you can understand what I'm trying to say. So Prisma is really uh, nice. So this is the Discord about the Prisma stuff. So upon seeing this, I decided to take it to myself to create my own ORM, right? Fun stuff. So I said I'm gonna build my own ORM, a simple one. In the first time I tried to fork this one, and tried to implement it, but that failed. Let me show you the fork. So the library that I'm going to create is called Goofer. Don't ask me why it's not Goofer and Goofer. No, I don't care about that stuff. So I forked this. This is the initial implementation of Prisma. So I changed every stuff. Like it's currently it works as a Goofer ORM, but I did not like what I did. Right, just a few commits. So it has all the stuff, just like the Prisma one can do this generate stuff. Everything works. Just didn't like it, and I didn't understand the code base. The code base is really deep because the library has been for a while, over like 7 years or something. So the code base is really huge, and I felt like cheating, just forking it and making it my own. So I said, let me just build one from scratch. And that's what I did, right? So that's what I did. And here it is. Here it is, right? Okay, let me show you the code base first, okay? So this is the whole project structure, pretty simple stuff. You can understand everything in here. Okay, what's going on? Okay, right. So everything is just simple. Let me show you a simple example of what I tried to do with the first time. So this is the first thing I tried to implement. Yep. So this is how you should declare the models, and this library uses uh what do we call uses this library uses uh the repository system, like type ORM. Yep, just like that. So I tried to copy type ORM. Basically, that's what I did. That's what I did, right? Because I loved using type ORM with Nest.js. I've been doing a lot of Nest.js lately, so I like that. Upon liking it, I decided, why don't I design my new ORM to look like type ORM? So we have repositories and stuff. Okay, so you declare an entity like this, so you can say user. So we just use the basic struct, built-in struct, with Golang, right? So you just define your like validation types, all that kind of stuff in the uh slash. I don't, what are these called? Uh, back Backward, whatever those are. So this is how we do it. Then this is something that I'm trying to work on, finding a better way to do this. But up to this point, you have to declare the table name by doing this. So you have to say create. So table name is like a function in the built-in entity struct. So you have to declare the table name. But I wanted to find a way to just infer the table name from this thing here, the title of the struct. But been successfully I haven't successfully implemented that yet, but I'm gonna do it. Just have to figure out some other things first because this is not like an important thing. Pretty sure some people might want to call their table some different name from the struct that they have. So currently, this is just the best thing you can have for now. So like that's so after here, So the first thing you have to do, open the database. So okay, open the SQLite DB, close it, the user Golang stuff. Then you have to create a dialect. So I try to make it like uh native to every database. So if you're going to use Postgres, you have to create a Postgres dialect. So this is what you use to create an SQLite dialect. And after that, you have to register entities. So like how type ORM works, we have entities. So the ORM doesn't know about this yet. So you have to register it into the entity registry. Bam! The schema, the type of shit I'm gonna be working on is very, very amazing, right? So currently this work, you register like this, then this just registers it in the schema, blah blah blah, all the kind of stuff, boring stuff. Nothing, just returns the error, right? So this is how we do it, or how it used to be. So I'm gonna show you the new version that I've been doing that abstract all this stuff, because I felt like this is it's a very long process, right? Then after that, you have to generate the metadata. So what this gives you is a way to create the actual SQL query for creating these tables, right? So generate the metadata like this. Then after doing so, you have to create the SQL, then learn the SQL normally. So that's why I say that this was like a really long process, and I wanted to be simple and magical. So I'm gonna show you that this works. So here is how you can metadata data. Then you have to get the SQL, go to the tables. Then I printed them here so that I can see, and I'm gonna show you how it works as well. So after that, you have to uh, create the tables by learning and executing the actual SQL files. Then after that, now this is the most important part. Now this is where the magic starts to happen. All this other bullshit here was just like right? So we create a repository, just like type ORM, bam, right? So this helps you here to get the repository, which has the save stuff, find all the kind of queries and stuff like that. So you just have to say repository. This is imported from somewhere here. Repository, new repository, passing the struct as a generic type. So that's how I infer which repo I'm trying to create. Passing the actual DB that you've created above. Then the SQL, the dialect, the database dialect. So if it's Postgres, you're gonna say Postgres. If it's something else, you're gonna start something else, right? SQLite, right? You create a simple user based on the struct that you have. So every user should infer to this struct. Otherwise, it won't work. Let's maybe just do something. Yep. So the user is a what? Is a pointer, right? The user is a pointer. So you just you put in the address to the actual user. Then you can just say user repo that save, bam, 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 boom. So that's how you do it. Very simple, very simple. Yeah, the post as well, just the same stuff. If you want to find the user, the same thing applies. So just like that. Oh, very, very amazing. I am awesome. Eh? So let us try. Here you did that, but these are just other stuff you can do with it. Translations, I mean transactions, all that kind of stuff. Let me just show you how to use it. So let me go into the examples. Actually go to the basic one. Okay, let's want to remove the DB, RIM, DB, okay, clear, okay, go land dot. Boom. You can see, so this is the actual SQL that it generated to create the tables. So that's how it works. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Cool, 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 cool. The transaction is committed successfully, user created. If I try to do this again, I'm gonna get an error because of the unique constraint stuff, right? Where the error. So here. So I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. But you can also do this in your code base. So you're gonna check if the user exists. If the user doesn't exist, you do the query. If he exists, you don't do the query. Simple. But I'm gonna handle this for you because I want this ORM to be as magical as uh Pedri. So that's how this works, right? Let me go back to where I was. Ah, shit. So I want to do this. Okay. So this is the XQL dialect batch of random code that you probably would understand unless you're smart as I am, right? Unless you are smart as I am. Otherwise, you won't understand this code. So what I want to do today, I want to work on, where is it? So I'll be like I said before, that process is very long. Like how you create the actual DB is very long. So it's like you open the database, create a dialect, do this, do that, that. So it's really long. So I wanted to create like a simple way of doing it. So I went on and created this other example called client. So I have this idea of like creating clients and stuff, just like Prisma. So client, okay. So I created another package called engine. So inside the engine, we have something called client to go. So client will be a struct of the DB and the dialect that DB exists in. So I'm trying to simplify the whole process that the user is gonna have to go through before actually creating the database, right? Boom. So you have this method here, function, method, whatever you wanna call it. I don't give a fuck, right? Called new client. So what it does, it just registers a bunch of entities and the DB in the direct for you. So basically before doing anything, you have to register every entity separately. So you have to do this for every entity. Pretty bowling, pretty bowling, right? So I wanted to like pass in a list of entities and automatically just infer them and register them, blah 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 stuff, right? So this is how I do it. So I just destructure this stuff so you can pass in a bunch of entities. You can say user, posts, whatever you want, table, the table names, right? The dialect and the SQL DB pointer. So this should be the instance of the DB that you opened before, right? So then after that, I just auto migrate the stuff because you have to get the metadata then and execute the SQL for it. So just do this for you. So you don't have to even know that this is there. So that's what ORMs are for, baby. We don't love SQL. We hate SQL. That's why we do all this random stuff for you. Bam, right? Then I return the client and nil because this also returns an error, baby, right? So it returns the point of the client and an error. So the basic example of how this works is here. Still a long process, like, but I have managed to simplify it a bit. So a bit, it's simplified. So you register the entities as you did before, right? And then after that, what you have to do is just call the engine.client, new client. Then you get the Goofer client, right? Get the Goofer client, pass in the DB that you created above here, pass in the SQL light dialect. So this is how we create SQLite. And I remember something else. I have not implemented this in other. Okay, so I will do this. Let me put like to do, right? I'm gonna do this just soon, okay? So fuck you, Zed. Fuck you. I don't wanna do that. So uh then if error is not equal to nil, blah 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 stuff, boring going things. So if this returns an error, that means something went wrong while trying to initialize the entities and stuff. After that, you can use the repos directly. So just create the user you want to use and do this. So this basically this part here creates the repository. Then the repository has a method called save. So you save the user name, something like this. So I tried to show you that like you don't have to create this repo before and you can just use it directly, but that's not what I prefer to do. I prefer you use the repo, right? So uh that's it. That's pretty much it. That's everything I have. So for this to work, there's like a lot of stuff here. I have a lot of stuff implemented. I can take you a walk through the code base. So this is like the main. So I have like a CMD function that you can initialize stuff. It is in here. You can initialize like the stuff, but this is just boring stuff. I haven't got the time to test this all because I'm changing things a lot in the code base. So these are probably not valid up to this stage. So I'm gonna work with these at another time when I actually have something valid implemented in the actual engine and the other stuff. So this is the dialect, okay? How we declare the dialect. And this is how I created data types and stuff, the SQL stuff, blah blah blah. And I have the MySQL, which inherits from the base dialect that I have in here in the dialect. So even Postgres also inherits from the base dialect. Just a few things just changes in the Postgres and MySQL side of things because they're not like absolutely equal. So you can see a few things that are not okay, are not the same, and that's what I try to do. SQLite is also very different, but it's also very simple and very straightforward. See, so that's what I'm trying to do. So here's how I create a table. Create a table if okay, and do those stuff. Can you see? Right. So that's how we do this. So that's basically it. So what I want to do today, first I want to work on what I said I'm gonna do. Where is dialect? So SQLite has this method here called new dialect, new SQLite dialect. So I want to implement this in on the other stuff. So this doesn't have that method. So I'm gonna do like func new my S MySQL MySQL dialects, right? Dialects. Wow, but I don't want that. God damn it. Who told you I want that shit? Damn, I don't want it, man. I want this one. I want this clean code, right? So this is basically what I want. Okay, so just wanna paste it here. Make this MySQL. So why is it still okay? Should be trying okay, right? And why is this still complaining? Revise. Okay, I don't know why this is still complaining. Probably wants me to do something else. Wants me to, nah, no. Okay, let me leave the base direct revise the common. Where's the base direct? Dialect. Okay. Oh, right. So we have some stuff here that we have to do. Now, okay, since SQLite is pretty different, some of the stuff it doesn't need them. Like that's it. Okay. So where is it? MySQL. Okay, cannot use with direct and compatible assignment. Damn, 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 damn you Goring. Damn. Clearly don't have any idea what's going on here. So let me try to follow back. These are all the same things. God damn it. Damn. Damn. So this is an interface, right? Hmm. Cannot use base direct value type base direct as base direct value structure it on the compiler. Okay, let me do this for now. Maybe that's probably why I didn't have them before. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Just this is just Right. This is why. This is fucking why. Now I understand why this fails. Fuck. Now, have I destroyed something else? I think like I've destroyed something else here. But I probably don't think so. Don't think so. Don't think so. If something else is wrong, I'm gonna have to fix it later. So I have to do the same thing to the Postgres one. Postgres, baby. Post fucking Gres. So this was 4 days ago. Probably didn't know all this stuff back then. Okay, funk. Yep, thank you, just like that. So now I'm gonna be able to use this in gradient dialects. I don't know if I did something like that. Let me see how I implemented the Postgres one. Okay. How did I create the dialect? So I called the thing. Fuck. This is sad. Really sad. Let me say new Postgres dialect. Bam. MySQL. Let me do the same. I think I did something similar here. Yep. Sad shit. Thank you. Right. So then okay, after that's this all are done. The next thing I want to do, let me first commit this stuff. Let me commit this stuff. Let me commit this stuff. So I have like terminal assistance called Ellie. Help me hit push. Right. Bam. What a nice UI. Okay, made some no. Fuck. Implemented the new dialect methods on all the other dialects. Fuck. Bam. So that's it. Declaring stuff, right? So I didn't know that I had my phone's like too small. So what else do I have to do? So now what I want to do is create like a template that I can clone, that a user can clone whenever they want to create like a Goofer project. So Goofer ORM project. So something like I wanted like a bootstrapping way of like simplifying everything and like a folder structure, all that kind of stuff. So first of all, I wanna close all these tabs. What the heck did I just do? What the heck did I just do? So, right. Shit. Okay, right. So I wanna open up this, open a new folder, call it templates, right? Then I create another folder inside of here, called it like basic. Then in here I create a file. Okay, so I want it to be like, I should have like main to goal. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this. Delete this shit. Then open up this, copy this client. Control C, paste it in here. Right, now this is what I want, because it already has like basic setup of a few things. So I want all this entity stuff to not be inside of here. I want it to be elsewhere. So I want to have like a folder called Goofer, where you should have all the entities. So Goofer, right, like that. And I want each entity to be in a separate folder. So something like user dot go. Maybe user dot goofer dot go. Right. This is very nice. I like it. Damn. Package goofer. Damn. We are cooking, man. We are cooking. What did he do? So something. Okay, anyways. So what did you just have to do? You just have to copy this shit. cut it out, paste it in here. Ha! Import this. So this I'm gonna import this from the other file. So for now, just leave it as it is. And what else? So I have to do the same for posts. Right, we are cooking, we are on fire. Post.goofer.go. Right. Package Goofer. And then paste this goddamn shit on the other file. Cut it, paste it. Time. Right. So I'm pretty sure now it won't collide because they are both in the same package, so it can see each other. They can see each other, right? Okay, Goofer. Right. Like that. So I like where we're heading. So after that, I wanna be able to import them inside of here. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, I wanna be able to import them inside of here. So I'm gonna say labels should be Goofer note, right? Like that. And I've already done this, so I'm gonna have to delete this. And delete it in the other place as well that I had it. I had it there. So what is it? Already done this. So just delete it. Okay, close this guy. And what else? So now I want to be able to register every entity inside of like one file. Okay, and I should have like a config folder. So I'm still thinking of how to implement this. So let me try to create a config folder. Config.goofer.go. Right? Package Goofer. Nice. And in here, I wanna have like the DB stuff. So the DB stuff should be in here. But as well, I wanna have the DB stuff. Okay. I remember I implemented something about the DB. So for now, yeah, I had something here that has to connect like the database. You pass it the string and does all the stuff. Right. Okay. Let me see. How can I achieve that? So it also uses what was I thinking? So this thing here calls this thing. Fuck. Okay, so connections again. So like okay, first before I do all that stuff, let me just keep working on the entities first. So the entities are the main thing. So I want to be able to register this entity from this place, right? So I'm gonna need this Goofer client. Okay, I have to change this as well. Okay, Goofer. Okay, right. So this is what I want, the client. So if I do this, edit, shit, and edit. Okay, right. So this means that it's global, global. But. Okay, let me have like an init because I wanna register them here. I'm trying to think of how to do it, but this will require me to have like a function or something, and I don't want that. So what I wanna do instead, let me see, what does this return? What does this return? This returns the repository. No, not this one. It returns, I mean, this returns the repository, right? The repository type Goofer. Okay, let me try to do it. 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 User, should be a const, right? Const user repo of type repository dot repository should be equal to, yep, thank you, of the Goofer client. Right. Can you choose generic topic dot instantiation? Fuck. Okay, right. So this is what I was trying to avoid. So I didn't want to do this because I know it's a pain in the ass. Pain in the. So let me have like a single function in the config file here. So like func no. That's not what I want. Init, right? And inside of here, I wanna do this stuff now. I wanna do this. Yep. Copy this. Okay, here, paste it. Import this stuff. Import all this stuff. Import all this stuff. Fuck, you must be imported. Why don't you fuck? That's not where you come from. You come from. Okay, so no, I shouldn't have like put this here, right? Now this is correct. So now I also need the client. Maybe the init function receives the client. But that's not what I want. I want to make it simple. Basically, I don't want the user to see this stuff here. Don't want the user to see this stuff here. Don't want a user to see this stuff. Definitely don't. Don't want the user to see this stuff here. So let me see how I can achieve this. Okay, maybe I import it. So, but I think my connect method would work better. Just forgotten how to use it. Engine.connect, engine.connect, let me, engine.connect, SQLite 3, because I don't want the user to see this as well. Like I want it to be very, very simple. Why is it coming from queries? Why is this? Fuck, what have I done? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna figure this out soon. So, okay, so this is just getting pretty boring. Like that. So what does this return? Okay, it returns the client. Okay. Nice. So if I can do this, I probably can just take it out of here and comment this out. Maybe I'm gonna need it in the future, but I don't think so. And come here, call this maybe like something to make people something sure, like to make people see that like, I'm very good at this, because I find that whenever someone use like single lettered variables, people think like, including myself, like what the fuck is this guy doing, right? So why is it still complaining? Why? What does it want? Mismatch variables. Okay. One variable, but engine connected trans. Okay, right. It also trans the errors. Right. Okay, error. If error, I hate this part of calling. Not equal to nil, panic error, whatever. So now I have the, what do we call this? So now I have the, I can make this global variable. Why does it not used? What do you want, man? Come on. What do you want? Maybe still thinking how can I attain this? Okay, so the B, right? So don't need this anymore, right? Right. Okay. I think I should have like sit down and try to structure this like come up with a plan because I like think I'm not going anywhere. I probably will change this in a few days because I've been changing stuff a lot. Like I have a bunch of stuff that I don't even use in here. Lot of things, lot of things. Like, what the fuck is this? Don't even remember what I was doing here. Trying to make like a guide, like a walkthrough for developers who want to contribute to understand the code base easy. But I'm pretty sure it's not collect anymore because I've changed a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. So this is a little bit collect, but this is not what I want. I want it to be very simple, right? So probably we can do everything in the other file. So what if I do this in the other file? What if I do this in the main .go file? Like I do this here. What? Da. Okay. And so whatever this, let me just call this an actual name, right? So like that. Will this work? Will it work? Probably not. Templates. Go mod side clear go. Okay, I have to delete the DP first. Don't want it. Ah, fuck. I want to delete it. Delete this guy. Delete him. Land dot if it. Okay. Imported but not used. Okay, so I have this imported but not used. This as well. What else have I imported and not used? That. Okay. Goofer config. Okay, right. Okay, I need to make this underscore. I'm gonna come back here later. And now I think it's gonna work. Okay, let me do it again. The moment of truth, fingers closed. Fuck. Entity user is not registered. God damn it. That is not true, man. Why isn't it registered? Why? Pretty sure it is. Why are you lying to me? It should be registered. Okay. It's not registered. Fuck. Why ain't it registered? Because the new client, motherfucker, doesn't use the config the engine.connect thingy. Right, so there's no place we have registered this entity. So probably, huh, this is what we should abstract. Okay, let me, shit. So this is getting pretty boring because I don't want to like this. And if I use this, I get the client, right? But this client doesn't register the user. So what do I do? Doesn't register the user's entity. Right. So let me come back here and see what I did. Client. So client return DB, but this new client thing registered stuff. Connect. Okay, so connect. Uh, just that. What if I pass in like an array of entities in front of it, like an array of entities that when I want to register. Let me see where is the main to go. So instead of doing this, what if I pass in like an array of this stuff in front of the connect, like here, so that can I do this? Probably not. What if I pass in like an array? You can do that of entities. entities, right? So let me see what I can do. Where's the client? I can do that. You're right. That one I can do. That one I can do. That one I can fucking do. Fucking what? Fucking do. Should also find a way to remove this stuff here. Okay, just leave, I should leave this the way it is. So I want users to have like multiple ways of doing stuff so that they can get confused and every time, just like how Laravel is. I want to confuse my users all the time like that. You can use this config, you can use that config, you can use client stuff like that. You can use this engine, you can use the built-in stuff. You can query yourself all the shit, all the kind of bullshit to confuse everyone. So that's not what I want. I want this to be very simple. So where is this connect method? I'm trying to find this connect method. Where is it? Okay, so the here is where it is. So it returns a new config, which is just a config. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. Connect. This is the one that does the actual thing. This is the moment of truth. This is what I want. So what's the difference between this? What was I thinking? This I just did it like 3 hours ago. Like I said, I changed a lot of shit. Okay, okay. So I called the actual connect method. So this is the one I want. Straight into engine. Like okay. So right. So I want this to also have like a what? Okay. So this returns a client. Returns a client. Okay. Where's the config? I want to have like a list of entities. Which is here should be like a schema entity. Should be like an array of this stuff. I found myself writing fucking JavaScript coding. So I want an array of this stuff. So now what? Uh no. This is not what. This is not what I want. I want to have like a register dot register. Like so I want like a function. I do like register entity. Yep, this is what I want. Thank you. So I want this function to do something. Still not what I want. Trying to think here. Trying to think, man. Trying to think something. Trying to figure out this shit. Figure out this shit. This shit. Coding is really, really fun. I said fun, guys. It's not hard. It's just fun. Like how much fun I'm having here. Trying to create in all ORM that probably nobody will use. And we're gonna probably ditch this after like 1 month and let it rot in GitHub in the darkest corners of GitHub, like the darkest, creepiest corners of GitHub. Okay, right. So let me see what I can do here. So the issue is that we can't register the entities. So we can't use them here because they're not registered. And the repository needs us to register it. So what do we do now? So I want to have like a simple way, like I want to be able to say like dot entity, register entities, right? From the client, right? And how do I do that? So this is not the right way. So I can just comment this out for now. I want to have like a method for this config thing. So it should have like a func c config, right? It should be like register entities. Okay, thank you. Okay. right, like that. So it receives this, it receives like a slice. That's probably a slice, maybe an LA, whatever you want to call it. And it should do what? Do nothing. Nothing for just nothing. Should return just nothing. Just want to register them and maybe return an error. Right. Return here. So I wanna do this stuff. Where is it? I wanna do this here. I wanna do this here. All of this. I wanna like loop register the entities. Why don't I have like a simple function that does this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Can I do this? And all right, can I do this and cut this here? Bug. How do I call this bug? Register. Okay, bug. Register entity. Okay. Just takes the entities of type schema, thank you. And now, okay, and what? Do that. Okay. I also need to the database. Fuck. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. So for me to do this, I have to pass in the DB. And if I pass in the DB here, I won't be able to do so in here. You know why what I was doing there? So if I do that there, I'll have to also do it in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and try to look on how to try to like plan on how I'm gonna handle the bootstrapping, because all this is just bootstrapping of the actual ORM and stuff, just to make it simpler that the user, which I mean new, the user that's like not smart at all, that can't figure out this basic stuff, doesn't need to do all this stuff. Just like that's why it feels magical. People like magic shit, right? People like magic shit. People like Pedri. People like Pedri because Pedri is fucking great. So I'm gonna have to go and do this. I will be back. So I'm gonna make another video about this. Just don't forget to subscribe and like and share and do whatever you want with it. You can even contribute in my Goofer ORM. And just to be clear, it's Goofer and not not Goofer. Why can't I type not Goofer? If you don't know what a Goofer is, you can search a Goofer. So that's a Goofer. So that's basically what Golang like blands itself with. But I'm not Golang. I am smarter than Golang. I am smarter than Golang. So I decided to make my own version of a Goofer. So mine is cooler. Goofer. Just Goofer. ORM, right. Goofer long. No Goofer ORM. Goofer. Bye.